heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse. But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space. Our enemy knows we're coming. Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was walking dramatically away from you, but suddenly I got distracted by the window! Must look out of the window! Okay, anyway. Normandy is our ship now. We can take her wherever we want, and do whatever we want with her. Oh, we can't talk to Presley right now. So we're gonna go have a chat with everyone. Now it's talkie time. Check that after every major mission. You're gonna get lots of new gear and stuff in there. And there's just some codex stuff back here, nothing important. Anyway, there's Caden. I love Caden. Let's save the game. Saving the game. Oh, okay. So, Liara, Noveria, Veros. Save.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
This is now our personal quarters. Well, Shepard's personal quarters. There's a little thing in there for you to look at. I believe that codex entry tells you about the different ranks in the Alliance military. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Because I think I remember reading it last time. It was really interesting. So, this elevator. I actually paid attention once when I was going down this elevator. There is another floor in between the one that we just came from and the one we're going to. So we didn't just go down one floor, we went down 2 floors. So I like to believe that the floor that we skipped is just the crew area. You know, it's like crew bunks and stuff and bathrooms, because the places that we can visit on the Normandy don't have any bathrooms. Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSAC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like.
I just have to interject here really quick. Every time I hear that, I'm a Sherlock fan. If you don't watch Sherlock, the BBC show, the British show, you should watch it. But every time I hear him say that, well, no, but I know what they're like, all I can hear is Irene Adler saying, I knew a Spectre. Well, I knew what he liked.
Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Oh, what's back here? Garrus and what he's like is shaped by what Shepard's like. How you get to influence him over the course of the entire game. So be careful in what you say to him.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Alright, let's do a really quick equipment overhaul just so I can show you how it works. I'm going to stop recording every time I do this afterward, though. Basically, I start out with Shepard, and I give her the best equipment, you know, best everything, because I'm playing as her, duh. But since Shepard is only trained in shotguns and pistols, I don't give her assault rifles or sniper rifles. I don't ever use them, you know? So, she's all upgraded, and then I do it in order of who I like best on my team. So, Caden, let's see if you got any good armor. Nope, nothing for you. Better pistol? Nope. You can have that biotic amp. And you've got hardened weave, so that's fine. Next up is Tally. Why not? So you give her a good shotgun and a good pistol. She's trained in both of those. What you want to do is when you get a shield upgrade, if you're not already using it yourself, give it to her. Alright, you give her a good shield upgrade, you give her good armor, a good shotgun, and she turns into a frickin' tank. She's, ooh. Generally, I go for damage. Damage output is the best. It's what I go for. Damage above all else. And that includes, I want to deal a lot of damage, and I want to be protected from a lot of damage. So that's what I go for the most, is damage. Everything to do with damage. I don't go for defensive stuff. I don't, you know, damage, damage, damage. So she can wear that. And she has training in every kind of weapon, so just give her a bunch of weapons. So we're good there, and finally, Rex. Rex usually gets the butt end of everything. It's not that I don't like him, it's just that he's not my favorite squad mate. So, we're good. And the end of the equipment overhaul ends when I get rid of everything else that I don't need. Depending on how much Omnigel or credits I have, I'll turn it into either Omnigel or I'll sell it. There's a guy on your ship, I'll show him to you in a moment once I'm done with the equipment overhaul. But you can sell him your stuff and buy stuff from him, but I usually use him just to sell stuff. So, we good? We good? Oh, I forgot to do this part. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take care of this part of the equipment overhaul because I'm stupid and I forgot. Let's see, Caden. Want some good stuff for your guns? I'll just give him whatever. Oh, one thing I never use is radioactive or chemical rounds. I have a strong moral objection to those. So I just get rid of them. I don't use them. I know they'd help me, but I figure a Paragon Shepherd wouldn't use those, you know, even if they would help her, so. That's all. Done with equipment overhaul. Let's say hi to Rexy.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Giant pause.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
My game could see Rex's face. I mean, my camera could see Rex's face as an actual face. Keep in mind, it's only, you know, taught to recognize human faces, not frickin' Mass Effect species faces. Anyway.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Generally, he only sells weapons, so I don't usually buy much from him. The only time I do is when I have enough for the Spectre. Oh, okay. Metagel upgrade, that's good. When I have enough for the Spectre weapons. But those cost a lot of money, so you gotta wait. Hey, Adams.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. She's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself, with no emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat, cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander. Something I can do for you, Commander.
No, I didn't want to talk to you again.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I wanted to look at the Element Zero core and the field integrity monitor. Alright, Tally has a lot to say, so you might want to, settle down and get yourself a Capri Sun or something.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Gap.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often, Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives, but in theory we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I should go.
See you later.
Whew, that was exhaustive. I think Rex was right when he said go ask the Quarian if you want stories. He was trying to warn us. So now, we are off. We are, for the first time in the game, we have free reign. I'm gonna pause recording for a second here, because I'm craving rock candy and there's some in the kitchen. My mom's gonna be mad at me that that's all I ate for lunch, well, that and a roll. But I don't care, I need rock candy like right now. So, I'm just gonna get us into a good position to go. Well, first I'm gonna talk to Presley. And then we're gonna go off to Pharos.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. We leveled up. Codex. I'm sure that's about the galaxy map. Okay. Alright. More of these. Just so you know, stasis right here is the most freaking useless power in the game, alright? It only gets useful in Mass Effect 3. And I'll tell you why after I get my rock candy. If I remember. But I'll probably remember. Alright. Here we go. Alright, I'll be right back. Rock candy. Bye! I'm back. As you can probably tell, I'm not eating rock candy right now because I took a short break, like a 5-minute break, because I didn't want you to have to listen to all my obnoxious rock candy crunching. So, here we are. We can go anywhere we want. Our first order of business is to go to Pharos. Is completely ours now. Poor Anderson. Let me rant a little bit on that. That mass relay sound is one of the most annoying sounds in this game. Oh, yes, also I forgot. Alright, there are a ton of collection assignments. In this game. You have to collect certain things. You know, it's like Solarian ID tags, things like that. Now, it takes a ridiculously long amount of time to collect all those things, so I'm not going to. However, I will collect a certain amount. There's one collection that I do. And it is, sorry, I'm trying to do two different things at once here, talk and do something else. I collect the Matriarch Writings. And, that's actually important, alright? It comes up in a later game. So make sure, if nothing else, if you don't collect anything else, make sure you collect the Matriarch Writings. You're gonna want them, okay? None of them, basically what you have to do is you have to select these different planets, and you can scan them for resources or whatever. I have a list of places where I can get Matriarch Writings, so I'm not going to waste my time on anything I don't have to keep this as short as possible. I've been doing this for my past like 3 or 4 playthroughs because I got sick and tired of taking the Mako everywhere around deserted planets trying to find resources. The Mako's your little tank that you can drive. See that coloring glitch? That's how the Normandy should be lit up. Because look at this. I mean, it's like dark. I mean, I know all the interfaces and stuff that you work with are glowing orange, but still. Like, people have complained about this. The lighting on the Normandy is utter crap. So. Alright. For this mission, we're taking Caden. Oops, Caden. And Tally.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Yeah. So, let's go talk to Mr. David Al-Talakani? I don't know how to pronounce
We
his
saw
last
your
name.
ship. Fidan wants to speak with you immediately.
Who's Fidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push. Please, up the stairs past the freighter. Look out!
Poor guy. Alright, you get to see my shotgun in effect. Shotguns are my favorite weapons in these games. They're so incredibly powerful, it's great. One shot will kill weaker enemies. If you hit them correctly, that is. Good job, fire into that box, I'll join you. Let's just destroy it. Yeah! Destroyed boxes! Alright.
All targets down.
I think this little floating thing is a way for the game to know where enemies are. Because sometimes those will appear after you defeat an enemy. And you can't shoot them. Shepard won't shoot them. I think they're enemy markers. Like a marker that this is an NPC or an enemy or something like that. I find that interesting. What is this? Biotics, 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 biotics. Biotics. It will kill them almost immediately. Alright.
Head to the tunnels. Make sure they're secure.
Those Geth are bloody dangerous.
Get ready.
So just ignore most of the people you see. Just walk straight on past them. Oh, well, go in here though. Well, decrypting these logs, you found something suspicious. Several months' worth of human rations were delivered to an uncharted world in the Voyager cluster. The logs aren't clear, but it appears they may have been dropped off somewhere in the Amazon system. So, that's another side quest for us.
My headaches are getting better. I just have to stop thinking about the past. Hello, Off-Worlder. I'm glad that we are totally forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Dear, please try to rest. You're not ready to speak.
But they should know. I mean, they are very important. Yes. That's better.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm fine. I just need to try to think clearly. It's just a lingering pain from the last attack. I'll be fine.
I see no major injury, but something must be causing her pain.
Please, just let her rest. She just needs rest.
There we go. Alright, now let's go talk to Mr. Fidan. Hi there.
Oh, Commander. I'm glad they finally sent somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia. Sorry, Commander. Everyone's on edge since...
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower!
Protect the heart of the colony!
Giant pause while my game tries to load.
Heads up!
There we go. There's some more up here.
Please, don't let me die!
Die, bitch. There we go. More up here.
Heads up!
Alright, this one can be difficult, so watch out, okay? Oh my gosh, no! Not Geth recon drones! Wow, that's actually never happened before. Those have never come up to me before in any of my playthroughs before this. That's weird. Get out of my way, shield. Get rid of the Geth destroyer!
Countermeasure deployed.
And you will die. Okay, I think we're good.
That should keep Vidan and the others safe. After an update, we can head out for the main Geth encampment.
Oh, look at poor Caden's shields compared. Oh, Caden's shields compared with Shepard's and Tally's. So weak, Caden. All right, let's go help Vidan.
These colonists may not have much, but this is their home. They will fight to the death to defend it.
Alright. You know, this is fun. I am really glad that I chose to do Mass Effect as a walkthrough. It's pretty much my favorite game right now. Like, I'm obsessed with it, okay? I have done 6 complete playthroughs of the entire trilogy in half a year.
The tower's secure. Thanks to you, Commander.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back. Help me find what the Geth are after, and you'll all get out of here alive.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the Exogeny headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
What's Exogeny?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to Exogeny headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
What do you need done to get this place back on its feet?
We need those Geth destroyed.
Arcelia's right. There are still Geth in the tunnels. We also have more mundane problems like food, water, and power. I'm not sure where we stand on those matters. You should talk to the people overseeing them.
Do you have information about Geth in the lower tunnels?
Nothing new. They're in the tunnel somewhere, likely guarding a transmitter to coordinate attacks. It's not a critical threat right now, but getting rid of that transmitter will help us defend against further attacks.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
You're the one who repelled that last wave. They'll be back. And if the Geth don't kill us, we'll die of hunger soon enough.
Are you doing anything to remedy the situation?
I need to boost rations with Varen meat, but it's too dangerous. The Alpha Varen, he's huge and he's mad. Rabid, maybe. Totally uncontrollable. I can't do anything until he's dead.
I have a ship. I could bring in supplies from off-world.
I'd rather you concentrated on the Geth. Food won't help us if they breach our defenses.
Tell me about hunting Varen.
Hunting them is impossible while fending off the Geth. On the positive side, they'll attack anything, even those damn synthetics. The big Alpha Varen is the real problem. He's mad, erratic, completely unpredictable.
I have to go.
So long, Commander.
So there's one side quest.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up.
I still need the power cells for this generator, though. Would it help if I brought in some power cells from the Normandy? We can certainly spare a few. The top-of-the-line ship doesn't use the same parts as the old generator we've got. The cells just aren't compatible. If I find anything while I'm looking around, I'll send it your way. Thank you, Commander. I appreciate it.
Another side quest?
I'm sorry, but I can't stop to talk. I have to deal with the water shortage.
Is there anything I can do?
The utilities building was one of the first to fall under Geth control. Find the mains and turn them back on. Until then, this colony is dry.
I have to go.
I wish you luck.
And a third side quest. Plus the transmitter, so 4.
Commander, I was told to make my supplies available to you if you wish.
What's your name, Solarian?
My full name is Gorat tu Heranon Maldinest God Inost Ledra. Humans usually employ surname and given name only. Inost and Ledra in my case.
What's a Solarian doing on a human colony?
This Solarian goes where the credits are. Or I did. A well-stocked freighter can be a profitable investment on a new colony. But once I was here, I decided to stay on. The colony life grows on you after a while.
Let me see what you have.
Of course. I may be able to provide a few interesting items.
Nothing I want. Alright, let's go take care of the tunnels. There's all 4 of your little side quests on Pharaohs can be done, like finished in the tunnels. Let's talk to Arcelia.
I'm grateful for what you've done, but your heroics don't impress me, Commander.
I get the feeling you don't like me.
How would you feel if you were hung out to dry by every government organization that ever promised to keep you safe? They should have sent a small fleet. Instead, we get 1 ship. And you're only interested in the Geth.
Tell me more about yourself, Arcelia.
I'm a rent-a-cop. I was hired to keep kids from writing graffiti on the walls at Exogeny. Then all this happened. I wasn't trained for this. I didn't ask for it. I just wanted to end.
Goodbye.
Commander.
Alright. Tunnels. And I've run out of things to talk about once again. These walls are very gray and brown. Oh, there are Geth coming up, so, you know, watch out. But not yet. We'll have to wait till a little while to fight more Geth.
I smell trouble.
Oh god, they're everywhere.
Oh, poor colonist. Who else is shooting at me? No one? Okay.
Area secure.
So, tunnels. Here we are. Apparently there are glitches where you can get out and walk down there and stuff. I've never tried them out though. There we go.
This valve looks like part of a large system. There are likely others we need to activate as well.
And here's another one.
There's another one. Doesn't look like it's been activated, though. We should keep looking.
Turn left. It took me a long time to find out where this was. Don't let them near you. Whatever you do, do not let the Vera near you. Shoot them a lot. Ugh. Alright, Alpha Varen's up there. There we go. Dead. They're kind of freaky looking, but adorable in their own way. You get to meet some nice ones in the second game. Like, domesticated Varen. Okay. And now there's death in here too. So let's biotically mess with them. Come on, bud. Really? How the heck do we get anything done with that thing up there? Whatever, you know what? Alright. If you have barrier, you might want to consider putting it up right now. You're gonna need everything you have against these guys. Sorry, I'm being not talkative, but I'm kind of in the middle of fighting here. And those can charge at you at any time, so be really freaking careful. He just went into blood rage, by the way, so, you know. No! Oh gosh! Okay. That freaked me out, but whatever. We survived a Krogan barrage. Alright, and now we destroy this transmitter tower. There we go. I wonder if I can destroy that thing. Ah! There you are. Okay. Now we've taken care of those two. Caden, really? You were all the way over there? Why were you still in the Varen area? Are you like a Varen fan or something? Like you want to have a pet Varen? Save your stuff. That thing charges at you. And it's not good if it gets to you.
Soft skill deployed.
Ugh, let's get closer. Oh, okay.
Area secured. There! That did it. The system is active.
Perfect. Hey, look, a dude. Hi, Ian Newstead.
You don't want to go down there.
What are you doing down here?
Nothing I should be, anything I shouldn't.
No!
That was a good one. Very intense.
What's the matter with you?
Just invoking the Master's whip helps remind me I'm still alive. You're here for the Geth, aren't you? You're not the only one interested in those things.
Who else is looking for the Geth?
Not looking for, looking to get rid of. They're a thorn in the side of the... Ah! I'm trying to get to the... Dying!
This one is no longer fit. We should leave him.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Do you even want help?
Help me? No. No one can help me now. I'd rather die fighting.
Fighting what?
Not that kind of fight. It's like running through a thorn bush. The more you to struggle. Time's up. Company's coming. Ask Fidan. Ask him about the... Ah!
Look out!
I won't do it. I won't. I can't. I won't do it.
He just says nonsense after this.
My mind is my own. My mind is my own. My mind.
Kind of feel bad for him, you know? Poor guy. Okay. So, back to Zoo's Hope, back to Fidan, back to all that jazz. Geth! Destroyer. I need that guy messed up however possible. No. Get him. Oh my gosh, that was kind of close. Wow. He's just about to whack me. Oh my goodness. Alright. Back to Zoo's Hope. And just be aware that, how do I put this without spoilers? Do what you have to in Zoo's Hope right now, before you take that elevator. That's all I'll say. You know, so make sure, ooh, dead end. Make sure you've got as much done as possible in Zoo's Hope right now. So do all those little side quests before you take that elevator. And go and talk to the people. Okay? Do we got a deal? Good. Alright, Fidan. News for you.
Commander, what can I do for you?
I destroyed a Geth transmitter in the tunnels. They won't be a problem any longer.
Thank you, Commander. We're in your debt. You've taken a great weight off my shoulders. I just wish I had such good news for every problem.
Okay.
Let's talk about Zoo's Hope and Pharos in general.
Of course, Commander.
There's a guy living down in the tunnels. Is he one of yours?
That would be Ian. He's very sick.
He seems to be more than just sick.
He hasn't been the same since the attack. We tried to help him, but he wouldn't listen to us. I can't help my people if they won't listen, Commander.
I'll talk to you when I learn more.
Good luck, Commander.
Sorry if I'm kind of quiet. My mom's texting me and I'm having problems with my phone.
Hello again, Commander.
I killed the big Varen. The rest are yours.
Excellent. I'll organize a hunt when the immediate threat of the Geth is gone.
I have to go.
Here, for your trouble. It's not much, I know, but it's all we can spare.
Nice work with those Geth. Glad you showed up. I still need the power cells for this generator, though. I found these power cells in the tunnels. Are they what you're looking for? I knew they'd turn up eventually. Here, Fidan gave me some requisition money. It's all yours. If I can kick these power cells into place, I'll have this colony up and running in no time.
The water started running not long ago. Thanks to you, I assume. Now we just need to deal with the Geth and we can get back to growing this colony. Here, a few credits for your trouble. Thank you again, Commander.